Being part of the study community for almost 2 or 3 years, a lot of changes have happened within those years. And in today's video, I will be talking about the stereotypes as well as the problems of the study community. Since as part of the study community, I feel like I have a job to address and raise awareness on these issues. Honestly, there are only a few videos that detail the problems in the study community, and I hope in the near future there will be more videos or posts that will be talking about this. The first one is extremely long study hours. You might have watched Study With Me's or study vlogs where people study for around 8 to even 15 hours. Now, I'm not hating on those people who film these kinds of videos since it really helps motivate others to be productive, but I just want to speak out and let others know that you don't need to study for a lot of hours in order for you to get good grades. Everyone is unique and we all have our own preferences. Some people just study for 2 hours every day and they get good grades. It's just about experimenting and finding your own preference. So if you force yourself to study for long periods of time, chances are you're going to get burnt out, and this will also deteriorate your mental health as well as your physical health. Also, don't be afraid to make study vlogs or study with me just because you don't study for long hours, since the purpose of these videos is just to show your study journey, and each of us has a unique study journey. The second one, and probably one of the most important ones, is consumerism. Recently, you may be seeing the surge of videos of unboxing and haul videos in the study community. Examples: iPad Pro unboxing and stationery hauls. Now, it's sad that the study community has become a hub for consumerism, and it's also not helping our environment. The study community used to have a lot of study with me videos, study tips, or even notes flipped through. But now, iPad unboxing and stationery hauls are taking over, and it also does not help that these consumerism videos get way more views than normal study videos, which may opt small study accounts to do more unboxings and hauls rather than show their study journey. It's also sad that many people think you have to have these materials to get good grades, when in fact you can get good grades without them. Those are just tools that can help aid you but not necessarily an essential. It also makes people think you need to be rich to be able to have a successful study account, which is just plain wrong. I will be making another video about the study community trends and give my honest opinions, as well as make a video of affordable stationery supplies for those who can't afford the very expensive and sometimes not high quality stationeries. So make sure to stay tuned for those videos. For those thinking to start out a study account, know that you don't need this materialistic stuff. The only requirement is just to be yourself and have fun. What I also find disheartening is seeing people who do not have the popular stationaries like Kokio notebooks, Zebra mild liners, Pentel Energel. They tend to get less engagement than other people who have these popular stationaries. I also felt that if you do not have those popular stationaries, you won't fit into the popular study niche, and that's just sad. The study community is just oversaturated with people posting the same Pinterest-worthy desk setup and notes, and along with the very popular stationaries. It would be nice to see new study accounts who are more unique and show more of their personality. The third one is aesthetic notes. So you might have seen aesthetic notes over on the study community, especially in Tumblr or Instagram, or if you want, just Google search them. Notes that should have been put in the museum and they should be considered a work of art. So let me just say that you don't need aesthetic notes to get good grades. For some, making pretty notes really helps them study, especially for visual learners. But it doesn't mean that everyone has to follow that. Try to find your preference in making notes. It can be messy, but as long as you are comfortable with it and you are able to study effectively with it, then you will surely get good grades. Also, I've been receiving a lot of messages that some people are afraid of starting a study account because their notes aren't that aesthetic compared to the popular study accounts. So, please remember that you don't need aesthetic notes because people will appreciate your personality more than your notes. There's always a stereotype that study accounts make pretty notes, which is not true. I don't consider my notes aesthetic compared to the normally hyped aesthetic notes you can find. I just make my notes my own way, and as long as I'm comfortable with it, then it shall do. I just hope that the study community will be known as a place of learning rather than just for the aesthetics. The next one is good grades. So there's this ongoing stereotype that people who have study accounts get good grades and are like in the top 5 of their class. Well, that's like also saying that all Asians are smart and they are valedictorian. Well, hate to break it, but that's not true. I, for once, do not have perfect grades like getting all hundreds in every subject. I have my own fair share of failures in tests. And what I hate about it is that since I have a study account, most of my classmates think that, oh, you must be very smart in this, and they will just tease me if I make a mistake because they think having a study account means you're perfect, which, sorry, you're not. The primary purpose of a study account is to document my study journey so that I can look back in the memories later on. You don't need to have good grades to start a study account. Anyone is welcome to join. There are study accounts here to help you out and share study tips that they found useful, which might also help you. So, the next stereotype is that all people who make study accounts are girls, which is honestly a very famous stereotype for the study community because people say, the study community, all those aesthetic notes, girls are the ones who can do it because they make very pretty notes and they are neat. Sorry to say, but regardless of gender, anyone can make neat and aesthetic notes. Not that aesthetic notes are required to have for a study account. A prime example is Coffee Milk, and the person who runs his channel is a boy named Mahat, who is quite famous in the Studygram and Studytube community, and his notes are as aesthetic as most of the study accounts which are run by girls. And another good friend of mine is called Successive Studies, who is a guy, and he also makes study as well as bujo videos, which are also very good. I also have a good friend of mine who is a non-binary who runs a channel called Study Plan, and their name is Kai, who gives such amazing study tips as well as creates such well-creative and well-edited vlogs. Honestly, I wish the study community is more branched out and people of all genders can freely join the study community without anyone judging them. The next one is we only show the highs in our life, and I think it applies to every kind of social media. So I think sometimes we tend to only show the good sides of our life, especially in vlogs. I have only seen few videos that address the dark side as a student, like addressing failures, feeling stress, and having mental breakdowns. And I think it's important to not only show our productive days, but also our low and unproductive days. Also, to viewers, know that posts in social media are mostly about people's high and happy days. And just remember that everything you see in social media only shows a small bit of that person's life. The last one is people with study accounts are always productive. People like to think us people with study accounts as robots who are always productive and that we are just immune to procrastination. Well, sorry to say this is false. We are also people, we're humans, so we also tend to procrastinate and have unproductive days like all of you guys. I know that it might not be believable since not all of us are comfortable with posting our low days in the internet since people don't come to see or watch it. They come to see people be productive for motivation. And to assure you guys, yes, we have our low unproductive days, and I feel we need to address this, that it's okay to have unproductive days and it's okay to not be okay. And that's it. So I know there are plenty of more study community stereotypes and problems, but these are more of the famous and the ones I feel that are critical. So I just want to address these issues to raise awareness and hopefully to lessen the severity of these issues within the study community. As always, I'm also doing my part when it comes to these issues, especially when it comes to consumerism as well as the study with me's I post. I am in no way trying to bash anyone in this video, and all opinions are mine, so just take them with a grain of salt. I know that every community has its own flaws, and for most part, the study community has been one of the best things that has helped me, and let's all continue to make a better study community and support one another. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!